I don't know how else to be now that I am out from under the rug. I don't know how to act when I'm so full of I'm so full. I could explode. I could just almost explode. Have you ever had no choice? Everyone's just so used to someone saying, there is a choice. There's a choice in everything. Not when it comes to things you can't see, things you don't know. That's when you start to believe in destiny, whether you want to or not, because that's what they're telling you. What do you mean, things I can't see or things I don't know? There's things that I don't know, but are going to happen. That's what you're saying, that there's things beyond me that's going to happen. There's things you don't know. There's things that you don't need to know. And then things happen to you. And you say, it just happened. I wouldn't even have believed that this could ever happen to me. Physically, let alone spiritually. Because no one ever really speaks about the spiritual side of things. And when they do, it's more taken out of context, or it's just not the best way of showing the spiritual way of things. Because you end up showing it in a physical way when spiritual is just spiritually. And spiritually is just spiritual. Simple. You can't see it. You can't see it. You don't know it. You don't know it. So how can you touch upon things physically when you don't even know what you're touching? How can you speak about the spiritual when you've never even seen it? I had to figure that spirituality had to do with being here against my will. The things and how I'm living that I must be in prison. I must be hated. Like, I must be loved by the highest if I'm kept in this prison. Kept in a prison, this must be safety. Because outside of where I am, there's evil. That me being punished and grounded helped humble me, keep me humbled, allowed me to see the wrong in the world, the evil, the mistreatment, the injustice. Helped me see the strength in me, the integrity, the dignity to keep standing for the things I believed in, and see how the world hated the truth. It helped me see that I was one of them, whoever they may be. You know, some people call him Jesus, some people call them Noah, Moses, Jonah, Mary, and etc. Them before us, because there were people before us. Can you believe that? There's people before you was living in order for you to be here then. It's come to the point where you don't need to step down on their level to give them the understanding and a worldly perspective. They have been the main ones speaking, giving out their knowledge. And we having no choice, in most cases, now people actually choose their way of listening to their philosophy to be everything they need. But this is what they've had their time to do, and they've been doing it. This is the time to hear from people that have been silenced, because you have been given the seat to speak on your beliefs in the way that you would like to treat us beings accordingly. Whether that been mistreatment, injustice, I don't want to hear it from anybody, but I bet you understand when you hear this. I bet you can see. But logically, I'm not here to or need you. Because when I needed you, where were you? When you could have spoken of me or any of these things, because we align to be one. When you see just, you see me. When you think light, you should be knowing. You should have known that this could have been if these people were reigning. You should have known where we would have been then. Said something, you could have come. You could have done anything. But you didn't. You didn't. You see? No. We were silenced. No. We were left under the rug. If anything, you might have been working for them. Was it you that done these things? And I'm not asking, but you get the message. I don't need you. I don't need you to speak, nor do you have the right to. And by the way, working for them, did they give you the right to? If the shoe fits, wear it. I can say I'm nobody. As a child, you think that you are somebody, at least family, a cousin, a sister, a daughter. But you know, I get the message. I finally had no choice but to see it. I couldn't even say that I've come to accept it, because I never want to accept hatred. I'm just going to say it my way, okay? I never would have thought to believe it to be what it truly is, or truly was, or how a person's acting, because you could just be acting. I'm hoping that this is just a day that you act this way to me. You're just not feeling right, because no one's perfect. I know this person loves me. I mean, we're family, God. Right? This person's not actually an enemy of me, even though they're showing it. How could I accept it? And all I have is these people to look up to. Look to. I've been given them. I've been given to them. What could I have expected for myself to believe or accept? What could I have accepted? Accepted that this was my reality? I hoped. Just as I should have. Just as you should. I hoped. And it was almost like hope was a cruel thing to me. Because only hope knew the truth of these things. There's no way things are going to change. Though you hope. Though you hope to me. Though I am hope, the entity. Though you hope to me. I know that these things won't get easy for you. They won't just go away. Though you want them to. One day, hope will show you what hope truly is then. It will not just only show you what hope is, but it will show you everything. Everything for you to have understood, for it to set you free at least. I hope because that was something that you could do. Something that was just part of you. Something that made you a soul. I say, who am I? Because of a lot of things. I've been punished physically and mentally. And in that, I've lost things. In that, it has weakened me. In that, I had to question myself. I had to face that type of reflection that I could barely stand to see, recognize, accept. It was almost like I was the enemy. As like I am to these people. But in me, it was like a fantasy where you go to sleep and you can wake up from it and retell it and say, I think I was the enemy. But no, I'm truly living it. Almost like you can read a story about it. But in this place I am, but everything is backwards. There's stories being written, there's movies showing. It's mockery. Because no one's saving me. At the end, when that movie goes off, nothing actually happens. This is reality. This is my reality. This is not a movie. There could be stories. There could be movies. No one actually truly knows that person, who they are. You can't lose me because I recognize it. And I'm only here to tell my testimony. I figured out these things because being who I am in this world, whatever that is, you can look at me and think you know me by where I live, where I work, the highest grade of education. Because those things do matter. Those things do count here. Those things people can see. And who I am is brought down, is left behind, is not first. Be judged by my highest education. Be judged by where I live. Be judged by where I work. Be judged by how I look. Be judged by my skin color. Be judged by the texture of my hair. Whether my beauty is up to standards in society. Whether that's what people want to see. Whether that's what a man wants to hear. Who I am has been almost, in a sense, erased because of what you want people to believe to be true. The most important, that seeing to believe is it. And there's nothing else to it. Set this free. Set the truth of me free. Setting it so that you can remember these things. Because I live here too, and I'm trying. I'm trying, though they think they defeated me. They depleted me. Yeah.